Guys, this is unreal. Wow. What's up YouTube? It's your boy, BMAC. And today is an exciting day for obvious reasons. Today I finally bit the bullet and picked up this brand new iPad Pro. Kinda said to myself, I have to pick one up. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna unbox the iPad Pro along with the brand new 2nd generation Apple Pencil. So this should be fun. So I went with the 11-inch iPad Pro Space Gray 64 gigs. I went for the 64 gigs of the iPad Pro, and I know some of you are gonna freak out. Be like, BMAC, 64 gigs? What are you doing? And I know, I thought about that myself, actually. But this iPad Pro is gonna be a completely cloud-based setup. All my music, it's gonna be Apple Music, iTunes Match, whatever the situation is, that's gonna be streamed. All my photos, videos, those are gonna be in the cloud anyway. It's gonna be a cloud-based iPad Pro, so I don't really need a whole lot of space for actual local storage. We'll get more into that later or in another video, but that's why I went with the 64 gigs. Enough talking, let's open this thing up. Roll up the sleeves, ooh, your boy's excited. Quick look at the box. On the front, you have the ever so beautiful actual iPad Pro front picture. On the side, you have iPad Pro on the other side, Apple logo on the bottom, Apple logo on the top, and of course on the back is your information about this particular iPad, serial number, all that good stuff. And now it's time. Here we go. Step 1, complete. There's no real pretty way to do this anymore. You kind of just take it off and that's it. So cellophane is off. We have the box itself here. Ooh, here we go. There she is. So excited. Ooh. Wow. This thing is light as a feather. First impressions, without even taking the cellophane off the iPad Pro itself, this thing is miraculous. I cannot believe how light this thing is. Amazing already. But first I want to show what's underneath the actual iPad itself. We have this little packet of information here. We just take this tab, remove it. Underneath, we have our actual iPad wall charger, along with our new USB-C charging cable. This is different now. No longer do we have an actual lightning port on the iPad Pro. We now have a USB-C cable setup. Big change a lot of people didn't actually expect with the iPad Pro. But that's your charging cable. You have your wall charger. We'll put those right there. Take this part of the box. I don't think there's anything else. No, there's nothing else in there. We'll put that to the side. We'll take a closer look at this packet of information we were provided. You just open this up. You're gonna have your little iPad Pro quick start guide right here, as you usually get in your Apple products. You can take a quick look at that if you wanna learn how to set up your iPad Pro. And underneath that, we have some, what is this? Safety, handling, battery information, stuff you could read through if you want to. And then that can't be it. We need some, there they are, yep. Our Apple stickers, big Apple stickers too. Look at the size of these things. But you gotta get your Apple stickers along with your new Apple product, of course, so there's those. And that's pretty much it. Pretty simple. Quick start guide, warranty information / other information, and your Apple stickers in this little packet right here. We'll put these together so we don't lose them for later. And that's all that comes in the box. You just have your iPad Pro, your charger, and your charging cable. There it is. So I'm too excited. It's time to actually open this thing up, turn it on. We'll put the charger and cord to the side. Focus on the baby itself. Let's open this baby up, shall we? This thing is sexy. Wow. Wow. Gotta be honest, I'm not really used to this kind of look and feel on any Apple device. It's kind of straying away from the look and feel we have on the iPhones with these rounded stainless steel edges. You see the difference right here? We have the rounded edges on the iPhone and the straight edges on the iPad. And I gotta admit, this is kind of the setup I want on my future iPhones. Don't get me wrong, the rounded finish, the rounded feel in your hand, it's nice, but going back to my iPhone 4 and iPhone 5 days, when we didn't have those rounded corners and it was more square like this, I don't know, I just miss that. There's something about not having it rounded. It just feels like, I can't really put it into words. There are two type of people in this world. You're either a rounded edge kind of person or a square edge kind of person. Comment down below which kind of person you are. Personally, I'm definitely a square edge kind of person. I know people are gonna rip on me for that, but I don't know. I don't know. It is what it is. And as we can see in a second, there's obviously no notch on the iPad Pro like we have here on the iPhone XS Max. Still not really a fan of the notch. It's grown on me. I'm kind of used to it now, but if I could prefer not to have a notch, I would prefer not to have a notch. We don't have a notch on the iPad Pro. We have this very square, complete feeling design. We have equal size bezels on the actual top and sides of the actual iPad Pro screen, something I immediately love. And hopefully, and this is kind of just a reflection of my personal tastes, hopefully the iPad Pro design we have here is a little glimpse at the future of what the iPhone design will look like. Imagine a design like this for your iPhone. Personally, love it. I would not mind seeing an iPhone with a design with square edges and no notch on the top in the future compared to what we have now. Love this phone, it's great, but design-wise, I'm loving the iPad Pro right off the bat. So let's actually turn this thing on, shall we? I feel like a little kid. Feels good. So we'll set this up quickly. And this is one of my favorite features about the new Apple products and the new iOS software. Being able to quickly start and quickly set up your iPad with an existing iPhone or iPad. iPhone XS Max, bring it right next to the iPad. There it is. Set up new iPad. It could not be simpler. Just select the unlock to continue button, use Face ID, authenticate it. You're gonna hold your new iPad up to the camera, use that sorcery built into the new iOS software, and then you're set, just like that. Absolutely incredible. And as you can see on the iPhone, it says finish on new iPad, so we're gonna finish setup on the actual iPad itself. You're just gonna go through a little bit of an authentication process, and here we are. Welcome to the iPad. Swipe up to get started. Woo! The display is super sharp. Looks amazing. And we're good to go. You have your Face ID camera at the top here. You access Control Center the same way you do on your iPhone. You access Notification Center from swiping down from the top left. And of course, anytime you're in an app, you could always get out of it by just swiping up from the bottom. Now you can access Siri through the button on top by long pressing that. You have it right there. Or you can do what I would recommend, just use the wireless Hey Siri functionality right here. She'll immediately start listening to you and get done whatever it is you want to get done. You have your volume control options on the side here. You have the magnet on the side there as well for your Apple Pencil. It'll magnetically clip on right there. You have your smart connector on the back with these 3 dots right there, and your USB-C connector. You also have your camera and your flash in the back here, and that's pretty much all you need to know to get started with the new iPad Pro. I'm liking this. This feels great in my hand. It's a good size too. This is the 11-inch. I know they have the 12.9 inch, but personally I think the 12.9 inch is way too big for what I'm gonna be using the iPad for. And so far, I have a feeling this thing is going to become my brand new baby, next to, of course, my iPhone XS Max. Don't want her to get jealous. But I'm gonna use these two in conjunction with one another rather than one over the other. Each one's gonna serve its own purpose. That's how I plan on using the new iPad Pro. Next up, we're gonna unbox the Apple Pencil, obviously the must-have companion with your new iPad Pro. We're gonna take a quick look at what she's capable of. So quick look at the box. On the front, you have the product image of what the new Apple Pencil actually looks like. On the bottom, it says Apple Pencil. On the top, it says Apple Pencil. And we don't have any logos on the side because we're actually gonna have a slide action here to open it up. On the back, you have some more information about it, but let's get to it. With this little tab right here, all we have to do is just get it started like that. There we go. Cellophane off. There we go. So instead of a sliding action like we usually have on Apple products, on the Apple Pencil, we have another little tab right here. If I could get my hands on it. And for this, all we do is just slowly slide off. There it is. The Apple Pencil. Oh gosh, that would have been bad. First things first, in this little information packet, first thing you're gonna get is a quick start guide for your Apple Pencil. Tells you how it can magnetically attach to your iPad Pro, and you could also charge it and store it there. Awesome feature how you can just charge your Apple Pencil on your actual iPad Pro. Amazing. And you have some more information about double tapping to change modes. Cool feature as well. And how to replace the tip of your Apple Pencil if you need to. That's the quick start guide. Also in here, you'll get some safety and handling, probably some warranty information on this long-winded packet of juicy words and info right here. And as if that wasn't enough, you have more of that on a second information packet. My gosh. And since this is an Apple accessory, not an actual product, if you want to look at it that way, unfortunately, no Apple stickers in this one. But that's okay, because we got them in our iPad anyway. Chances are you're not gonna be buying an Apple Pencil unless you actually own an iPad, unless you just randomly wanted to like put this on your desk for decoration or something. But now that we have that out of the way, let's take a closer look at the Apple Pencil itself. As you saw before, we have this little tab to take off the cellophane, but because this little guy wanted to come out without even undoing that tab, we'll do it that way. And that is the Apple Pencil. It feels like a pencil, but actually feels a lot better than just an ordinary pencil. Has a rubbery feeling finish, definitely feels right in your hand, definitely easy to use. And one thing that I love about the Apple Pencil design is how it's round, it's cylindrical. Cylindrical, is that a word? Cylindrical, cylindrical? It's cylindrical, but we do have a flat edge on one side of the Apple Pencil to allow your thumb to rest against for easier writing, so to speak, on your iPad. Now you can get the Apple Pencil engraved if you want to, along with the iPad. I choose not to, just in case, I end up getting a new one. So I don't engrave my Apple products. You could though, if you want to. And that's really all that needs to be said about the Apple Pencil. It's a good length, it feels good. This of course is the tip, which you could change out if you want to by unscrewing and then screwing back in another tip. We'll show you what it looks like and feels like with the iPad Pro. Another cool feature I like about the new iPad Pro, just tap to wake. Oh, love that. Honestly, such a simple feature, but a feature I absolutely love and use constantly. Now to pair your Apple Pencil with your iPad, it could not be simpler. You just take it, the square edge of the Apple Pencil, and place it against your magnetic side of the new iPad Pro. You can see it pop up at the top there. We're gonna swipe up to unlock. Woo, look at that little graphic with the Apple Pencil to the side. It says right here, Apple Pencil, would you like to use this pencil with your iPad? Yeah, I would like to. You can click continue. You have a little information about the Apple Pencil itself. We're gonna click continue. It'll show you the double tap feature we have on the new Apple Pencil. You're gonna take the Apple Pencil off in this case and just start to use it. That's sick. It looks like a pencil too. That's actually outrageous. Guys, this is unreal. It literally knows the angle at which you're writing on. Look at this, watch, if I do it at an angle like that, look at that line compared to just a straight on line. This thing is a little Apple miracle. But what this little tutorial screen is trying to teach you is that you can tap between modes just by double tapping on your pencil. Look at that. If we write something, oops, I didn't mean to do that, double tap eraser, gone. I'm done, mic drop. We'll see how much I actually end up using the Apple Pencil in the future. To be honest, I probably wouldn't have purchased it if it wasn't for Photoshop that we get in all its glory on the iPad now. And I also think it'll come in handy for when I wanna make very minor specific detail changes or specific edits in my photos and Photoshop projects. So I'm curious to see how much I actually end up using the Apple Pencil. I have a feeling it'll be worth it solely for Photoshop and photo editing alone. But that is a look at the Apple Pencil. It's pretty cool. I suggest you go into the Apple Store or hopefully a local electronics store that actually has it on display next to the new iPad Pro, because this is one of those things you actually just need to feel out and try for yourself to see how great it actually is. Like I said before, the Apple Pencil is the perfect companion to the new iPad Pro. But now I have two new girlfriends. I have the new iPad Pro and the new Apple Pencil. I'm gonna go have some fun with my ladies, try these out, maybe draw the Mona Lisa. Look at that, that's the Mona Lisa right there. Look at that. Far off, very far off. Needs a little work, definitely, but it's a start. I'll see you guys in my next video. Should have spent more time on the eyebrows.